Incoming ground bridge request from Scotland. Wheeljack, what happened? Where are the others?
Having a swell time taking the long way home in Ultra Magnus's boat, I'm sure. Miko included.
I wondered what was taking so long with those sodas.
Did you secure the Predacon bone?
The beast hunt kinda imploded, Doc.
Well, I just got wind of another con hotspot, right outside of Taos, New Mexico. Since Prime's unit isn't back from oil country...
Raph, set a bridge for Fowler's coordinates. You, roll with me.
Not today, all right?
If you're all right sending me out there alone.
Alone's how I prefer to roll.
Wheeljack, you do not want to make me abandon a complex equation to venture outside my comfort zone.
Fine. But in case you haven't figured it out, I don't play well with others.
Scrap.
Know what I love most about Viacon troopers?
They're easily distracted.
Sure you weren't a wrecker?
You sure you don't play well with others?
Nice shooting, Tex.
Hey, Mom. What's up?
Nurse Darby, what brings you here?
The medical supplies you so graciously offered to donate that Jack keeps forgetting to bring home. The hospital appreciates your generosity, Agent Fowler.
Please, call me William.
Guys, I found a Predacon talon in a museum. Scientists were totally stumped when they excavated it in 1922, so it's been in storage.
But we're fresh out of beast hunters.
I didn't choose emergency as my vehicle mode for laughs.
Not sure you need a bot.
Maybe you should all just wait for Optimus.
I'll have you know, Nurse Darby, I was an Army Ranger and federal agent for Unit E 3 decades before I ever heard the name Optimus Prime. I'm more than equipped to handle a milk run. In fact, why don't you tag along?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, absolutely not. Mom, I don't want you anywhere near anything con. It's not...
Safe? Is my teenage son seriously going to tell me that it's fine for him to travel all the way to Cybertron, but his mother can't be trusted to go on a
Milk run.
Milk run?
No, it's just... You're lactose intolerant, and I...
Come on, Agent Fowler.
You performed well, my pet. This will be a splendid contribution to the spawning of your Predacon brethren.
My liege, we've located another of Shockwave's Predacon energy signatures. Weak, but steady.
Excellent. Knockout, do not return empty-handed.
Moi? Don't know the meaning of the word.
Isn't empty-handed 2 words?
You would know. Or did your missing armor turn up?
Why, you wheel-bound...
Starscream, you have failed me enough for one day. Assume the task of monitoring for Predacon energy signatures at once.
Yes, my liege.
I'm sure you'll find the gig as invigorating as I did, Screamer.
Shockwave has initiated the cloning process with the specimens gathered thus far. The Predacon currently among us will be but the first of a new wave of Beast Machine super soldiers.
What are you lurking about for? Get back to your kennel! You mindless brute! Look what you've done!
You're awfully quiet, Wheeljack.
I've never been one for chit-chat.
Why do you pretend? If you really wanted to roll alone, you would have hit the open road today, but you didn't. You called for a bridge back to base.
Hey, don't assume you know me.
I'm not assuming. Now, care to chit-chat about what happened out there?
What did I tell you? Milk run.
With one cranky cow.
The curator? Acted like he was guarding the Mona Lisa instead of some prehistoric lugnut that's been gathering dust since Harding was president.
I have to say, Agent Fowler, you handled him well. I was quite impressed.
Nurse Darby, I'd say that puts you one step ahead of my ex.
Divorced, huh?
Yeah. What about you? What's the story with Mr. Darby?
More like a saga, but one I'm sure you've heard before.
I have a bone to pick with both of you.
Run!
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the scenery. Knockout to Lord Megatron. I have secured 1 vintage Predacon talon, plus 2 of the Autobots' pets for you to employ as hostages, lab experiments, well, any way you see fit. So go on, Big M. Tell me you love me more than Starscream. Mileage? Hello? Too familiar?
The primitive mutt demolishes our entire communications network. And Lord Megatron intends to breed more of it? Would you two hurry? I want this fixed before our master is bothered by such distracting minutiae. Entering access override code and rebooting now. No! No!
It's really taking them a while.
Arcee and Wheeljack?
My mom and Agent Fowler. Oh, maybe they stopped for dinner.
Isn't that what grown-ups do when they're dating?
It's what grown-ups do when they're hungry. Mom.
Guess again, Jackrabbit. And I hope you're not still thirsty, because I'm bringing back something way cooler than sodas.
I can't talk, Miko. I need to leave this line free.
Wait! Don't hang up! Did Wheeljack show? I think Bulkhead's really worried about him.
Wheeljack is fine. He's on a mission with Arcee.
Wheeljack's riding with a new partner already? That's cold.
What? No, it's just one mission. They're not partners.
I wondered how long it would take our 2 lone wolves to hook up.
I told you we should have waited for Optimus.
There it is. The I told you so. Well, no sell, sister. The con was at the museum. If we had waited, he would have snagged the Talon before Prime got there.
And given our current situation, what difference would that have made?
Hello, how long have you two been dating? Because you bicker like an old married couple.
What?
We're not dating.
Frankly, I find it repulsive. The whole idea of you fleshies interfacing. Knockout to base, requesting pickup. Again. All right, is anyone up there receiving me?
Nurse Darby. June. If this con gets us to Megatron's warship, the chances of the bots ever finding us decrease 1,000-fold.
Never let a Decepticon take you to a second location.
He disarmed me back at the museum. Do you have anything we could use as a weapon?
Pepper spray?
On a bot?
Guys like Magnus. I don't let them peel my paint. I peel theirs.
So if it isn't the new commander who's grinding your gears, it's Bulkhead.
Just burns me up when the record goes soft.
Look, Wheeljack, you'll always have the wreckers as you knew them, in here. Times change, players come and go, and if you can't adapt, you'll rust. Like the bones we're digging for. Don't push Bulkhead away. If something happened to him, you'd never forgive yourself. Trust me. I know.
Knockout to base, requesting ground bridge for the umpteenth time. Come in, base. Oh, I can't drive around all night. What? Watch the rims!
No!
Well, isn't that just grand? Did I say grand? I meant totally rude. My optics! Oh, are we playing a human game now? Because I would be happy to teach you the Decepticon version. Hide and go shriek. Ha ha ha.
June! June! Where are you?
Aha! All right, little lady, show yourself. Or I turn the snappy dresser here into a sloppy stain on the tarmac.
You reached Special Agent William Fowler. Leave a message at the Star Spangled Beep.
Straight to voicemail, just like Mom's cell.
Maybe they went to a movie.
Okay, running from bulk, shutting down like that. Pretty spineless of me.
On the bright side, you have plenty of backbone now.
Arcee, I need your help. My mom and Fowler may be in serious trouble.
Last chance, she-human. If you're not out here with my prize in 2.3 seconds, your boyfriend here.
Okay, first, not my boyfriend. And second, you're not laying a metal digit on him. Not if you ever want to see your precious talon again.
Where is it?
Leave her alone!
I hit it on a train car. Let us go, and I'll tell you which one.
Try as you might, you can't con a con. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Oh, wait. You can't unfasten your belts. My bad.
Communications have been down for how long?
Soundwave practically has the dish repaired, Master.
Which is all well and good for Soundwave. But for you...
Knockout to Lord Megatron. Please, come in.
See? All fixed.
Knockout, do you have the Predacon bone?
In my sights, my liege. As are a pair of Autobots riding my rear.
Understood. Just make sure you secure the specimen.
Train car would a deceptive little human choose to bury a bone? My money's on the convertible.
Get Fowler in June!
Here's where you get out. Lord Megatron, if a ground bridge doesn't open toot sweet, your specimen will belong to the Autobots.
Scrap. Where are they?
In back.
Ah.
Mom. Are you all right?
The milk run turned a little sour, but Bill and I are just fine.
Come on, June. Sit down.
Bill?
Looks like you've been jacked, Jack. By another Jack.
Bromance trumps romance.
Glad to be your bro, bro.
You have served me well today, Knockout. Which is more than I can say for some.
It was the beast that disrupted communications, my liege. I beg you to reconsider Project Predacon. The creature is incorrigible and void of all but the most rudimentary intelligence. Oh, will my torment never end? First, I had to vie for Megatron's favor against that treacherous harpy arachnid. Now I must contend with Shockwave and his incorrigible beast.
Oh, look on the bright side, Starscream. At least one of them is currently on ice, locked up tight in the vault of our warship.
Oh, how I would love to stuff Shockwave and his mangy abomination right into that stasis pod beside her. The only reason his Project Predacon is currently in full swing is because I supervise the acquisition of his dozens of Predacon bones. Will you please keep your lab rat quiet while I'm airing my grievances?
Starscream, help me.
My. Whatever have you been inflicting upon poor Silas?
Ha! Well, anything that merits the need for a living petri dish.
Despite your justifiable lack of regard for his human side, it doesn't trouble you to watch what remains of your former partner endure your scientific endeavors.
Not really. Besides, Silas once had poor Breakdown pinned to his lab table. I think my former partner would be pleased to be a part.
What just happened?
You recall that synthetic Energon I recovered from the Autobots? Well, I've been reproducing the formula to test its viability as an alternative energy source. However, the compound remains erratic, and there have been side effects.
Such as?
Starscream, I hope you replaced your T-Cog because I'm going to tear it out all over again and feed it to Knockout!
Sheer unbridled aggression.
Such power and fury. Megatron has long desired a beast machine super soldier, and we now possess the means of delivering one to him.
Tell me of the Predacon protophones. What is the status of their incubation?
Master, if I do say so myself, I have made the most intriguing discovery. It appears that...
Not now! Please continue, Shockwave. No, no one important.
Did you speak with our liege about our little enterprise?
He was otherwise engaged.
Oh, I am gonna make you suffer in ways you will not believe!
Just how much of this synth N have you given him?
2 additional doses, 3 at the most. But Silas's increasingly volatile nature isn't the only wrinkle. It appears that the more green stuff I administer, the faster this monstrosity formerly known as Breakdown burns through his own natural Energon reserves.
This will not do! Megatron already possesses one unruly beast with that Predacon of his. What good is another freak of nature that cannot be controlled? Wait. I'm a fool.
Dark Energon? You are more than a fool, Starscream. I think your neural cluster has blown a massive fuse.
Oh, on the contrary, dear Doctor. Adding Dark Energon to the formula should provide Lord Megatron with full control over his super soldier.
Okay, true that Lord Megatron seems to possess a symbiotic link to anyone or thing infused with the dark matter, allowing him to manipulate them as if they were puppets, but have you forgotten what the so-called Blood of Unicron did to our warship?
That was the result of a massive infusion. I am suggesting a drop or two, merely enough to allow our master to command his warrior at will.
Even so, it's too drastic a measure to undertake without Shockwave's approval. I do, after all, report to him.
Not on this project. Super soldiers fall under military operations, meaning, dear Knockout, that you now report to me. Are we clear?
Wait for it.
Humans in any form cannot be relied upon.
It's alive!
Scrap! Oh, for the love of... Now what?
I tried to tell you before. It's a side effect of the synthen. He's burned through his own natural reserves.
Then perhaps we should withhold any infusions for a while. Might calm Silas down a bit. Make him a tad more manageable.
Need Energon.
Suck out our Energon with that thing? Sure seems that way.
See if you can hold him off.
What?
Wait for me!
We need to sound the alarm!
Out of the question. Megatron will undoubtedly hold us responsible.
But we are!
Well, you are, mostly. Anyway, his lordship doesn't need to know that. Not if we handle this the right way.
Meaning?
Use your head, Knockout. This ship is crawling with highly trained Viacon troopers armed for combat. The moment Silas attempts to feed, they will neutralize him for us. Problem solved. Once we recover Silas's body, we must dispose of it as quickly and efficiently as possible. No trace of him can be allowed to remain.
His infected body. Gone. Completely drained of Energon. Tell me something, Starscream. When you said problem solved, is this even close to what you had in mind?
I do not appreciate your tone, Knockout. This brewing catastrophe is hardly my fault.
Well, it certainly isn't mine.
Oh no, you're the mastermind who chose to experiment with synthetic Energon.
And you're the monkey wrench who thought it was a good idea to dabble in voodoo.
Energon! I thought you said he had no spark!
Dark Energon. It reanimates the dead. Aim for the head!
What? How do you know?
I have seen human horror films. At drive-in theaters.
Forget the head! Go for the spark!
We severed its link to the Dark Energon. Human horror films wasted time.
Energon.
If the mutation can be passed along with a single bite, the entire crew is at risk.
You're saying Silas could beget more Terrorcons?
Could happen. And the ensuing feeding frenzy could turn this entire warship into a scrap heap. So now, can we sound the alarm?
You there! Have you noticed any unusual activity in this sector? Situation might be a bit more dire than either of us ever imagined.
I find it rather ironic that after battling Autobots all these years, getting smacked down, shot at, blown up, this is how our lights go out?
Drained of our precious fluids. If this is indeed the end, if we are to become Terrorcon Chow, it has been an honor serving Lord Megatron with you.
You're no breakdown. Though I must confess, I have always admired your lustrous finish.
Well then.
Should be going.
Would either of you like to tell me what exactly is going on?
Yes, absolutely nothing, my liege.
All is quiet. Too quiet. One could even say dull.
Funny, because the dark energon within my spark has been pulsing.
Allow me to handle this. It's Knockout's fault!
Precisely my what?
He infused Silas with a cocktail comprised of dark and synthetic energon, creating a monstrous mutation which is now on the verge of turning your entire crew into mindless energon-sucking Terrorcons.
I do not know from what madness your yarns spring, Starscream. But if I learn that you have been dabbling with my dark energon stores again, attempting to infuse yourself with its formidable power.
My liege.
Let me just say, you have been awarded more chances for redemption than anyone in Decepticon history. Energon! Hey, you there. What are you doing? I order you, stand down!
We did try to tell you.
Then why can I not command the monster to follow my bidding?
While the trace of Dark Energon should have granted you control over these ghouls, I believe the synthetic component may be corrupting your link to them.
Initiate high alert. Instruct all troops to keep their distance from the mutations and terminate on sight. Your fate, however, remains to be seen. Why are you still here? Find this creation of yours and eradicate it immediately.
I realize Lord Megatron's only doing this to punish us, but how are we the best choice to hunt down Silas? I mean, why not deploy his beloved beast machine super soldier, After all, it is supposed to be the ultimate hunter.
Out of the question. Can you imagine if the Predacon became infected? Nothing could stop it.
Breakdown? Did I not exterminate you once already?
Energon!
Second time's the charm. But to be certain, I shall remove your very spark. Silas, whatever have they done to you? Oh, but more importantly, thank you for freeing me.
No, thank you.
Whatever. Insecticons, heed me. Heed me. Heed me. Your queen has returned.
Our ordeal is finally over.
Or not.
Scrap!
Starscream, have you made contact with the Plague Bringer?
Actually, my liege, I have good news. And bad news.
Loyal servants, the time is now. Lay waste to all Decepticons. Leave no trace of them in your wake. Soundwave. I vow that on this day, the world will hear the sound of your screams.
The containment protocol you recommended to prevent any further outbreak is now underway. Oh, and Shockwave, having just lost more than half our military might, I cannot stress enough the importance of Project Predacon. See if you can speed things along, will you? Knockout, need I remind you that as the ship's medic, you report directly to Shockwave, not Starscream.
Understood, Master.
Just to be sure, you will hand over all of your projects to him immediately, including this synthetic Energon.
As you wish, my liege.
And as for you...
Lord Megatron, if you would just allow me to explain things...
No. Allow me to explain things in a manner which I know you'll understand.
Your Majesty, we await your command.
Approach me. Serve your queen.
Abandoned mine?
Come, Starscream.
My liege, who could have foreseen that my alternative super soldier experiment would encounter technical difficulties?
Resulting in the loss of the Decepticon Hive and over half our remaining troops.
Forgive me, Master. My intentions were true. Please, please reconsider my termination. Oh, Shockwave's off-site laboratory. Most impressive.
The Predacon clones have almost fully evolved and will be combat ready within 3 solar cycles.
Well done, Shockwave. Knockout! I'm waiting.
On my way, Lord Megatron. Synthetic Energon. Troops will be delivering my remaining supply to you.
I will determine its value after Lord Megatron's Predacon army is ready for deployment.
Unruly beast! You dare to roam freely without permission?
Strike me again, and I will bury that rod in your spark.
I did not realize that the beast was capable of transformation.
Nor did I.
I am no beast.
The ability to transform is a fundamental part of Cybertronian biology. We simply possess no evidence that the Predacon species ever reached that evolutionary stage, since they became extinct in the Great Cataclysm.
And now we know.
So, the rumors are true. I will no longer be alone.
And I see you've been keeping secrets.
It was not my intention to deceive you, Lord Megatron. I only recently became aware of my abilities. All I remember of my beginning is hunting and battle and the wounding of my pride. Thus I begun to burn with questions. Who am I? Where did I come from? The warship's databanks provided historical fact, but still I possess no memory of my own past. So I began to reconsider my place in the present and wondered, could I be like the others? And now I know.
Yet you are unique. Miracle of science. Cloned by shockwave from cybernucleic acid, recovered from the remains of your mighty ancestors.
Doctor, what is the current status of your synthetic Energon experiments?
Doing the best I can, Commander, given the lack of functional equipment at my disposal.
You do realize that an alternative energy source may be essential to our survival.
Believe me, Ultra Magnus, no one is more acutely aware of the stakes than I am.
Of course. Beast Hunters, may I ask why you are not currently scouting Grid 305 for Predacon bones?
Because we just returned from surveying grids 301 to 304?
To log our field reports per your protocol, Commander Magnus. Sir.
Soldier, I don't recall giving you permission to leave the base.
Because you didn't, sir.
Why are your hands smeared with coolant?
I recalibrated your ship's engines. You can expect a 10% increase in vectored thrust.
Welcome back. Optimus, good to see you.
Good to have you back, Optimus.
Decepticon activity is at a lull. I fear that Megatron may have collected the specimens he requires to clone his army.
It is with deepest gratitude for my creation that I pledge undying obedience to you, my one true master. But with more of my species soon to stride among us, I beg your permission to in turn lead them as Predacon.
Your vision is boundless. A former beast may fully believe himself to be a loyal servant today. But trust me, the moment our Royal Highness realizes that his army possesses greater might than what currently remains of the Decepticons.
Evolution will give way to revolution.
I am left with no choice but to eradicate the Predacon clones before they are provided the opportunity to eradicate us.
Lord Megatron, you're not saying you intend to pull the plug on Shockwave's beloved Project Predacon?
Your conclusion is most logical, my liege.
But what happens if that fire-breathing brute discovers our treachery?
Why assume that we will be the ones to perform the deed? After all, if the Predacon were to discover that, say, the Autobots were responsible for wiping out his comrades, our resident beast might, in turn, destroy our hated enemies for us. Or they him.
Ultra Magnus. Something has been troubling you.
I fear that my command style may be having a negative effect on unit morale.
Your service is most welcome, old friend. But this is not the elite guard.
Things have changed since the war for Cybertron.
And we must adapt to that change. The members of Team Prime are not cogs in a machine. They have grown into something greater than an army. They have become...
Optimus, our scanners have detected exposed Energon.
With our reserves at a critical low, we cannot afford not to investigate. Decepticons, step away from the Energon and surrender.
Look at all that sweet fuel.
Stealth team, transport our cargo back to base. Wreckers, reconnoiter the mine.
I've always wanted to roll with the wreckers. Sir?
No Energon signals.
And no additional security. Something doesn't smell right.
Pair off.
Well, this is one whole lot of ugly.
Megatron's cloning operation seems further along than we anticipated.
Starscream, the Autobots have arrived. You did not inform me that your plan was already in motion.
Only so the whole affair would appear less staged.
I have yet to purge my lab of sensitive materials.
Then do not let me keep you, Shockwave. Over and out.
You scrapped him on purpose, didn't you?
Soundwave, I require an immediate ground bridge.
Megatron. It seems Project Predacon has fallen into Autobot hands.
How is this possible? Starscream, scramble your Seeker Armada.
At once, my liege.
No. If my brethren are imperiled, I will confront the enemy.
Permission to employ a grenade in a confined space, sir?
If you and I are all that stand between these monsters and the natives of this planet, then by all means, blow these beasts back to the rust age.
Who's this guy?
The very same who has previously allowed you to live, but will not today.
He's the Predacon.
Whoa, what was that?
What have you done to my brethren? What have you done?
Well then, let's dance. And here I was just beginning to tolerate you.
It's been an honor serving beside you, soldier.
Prepare to perish.
Ratchet will take good care of you.
Magnus fought like a wrecker.
Optimus, when we spoke earlier, what could be greater than an army?
A human concept. One I have learned since coming to Earth. Family.
Do not despair, my Predacon. For I vow to you that the Autobots will pay dearly for the outrage against your kind. Shockwave, report!
It is true, my liege. Project Predacon has been rendered null and void. At least I have been unable to recover any beast forms. However, there is something you must behold for yourself.
What is this?
Pure Cybertronian cybermatter. Not unlike that which once existed upon our primeval homeworld.
Was that which engendered my citadel here on Earth the result of the explosion?
Indeed, yet the cybernucleic acid alone cannot account for these cyber forms. All possible logic points to the presence of one unexpected variable. Synthetic Energon.